This is the fastest and most efficient method to farm your levels up playing as a solo player. Right now, I'm power 262. Let me know what power level you're at out there. Comment it down below. We're going to be grinding from 200 to 300 as efficiently as possible. It definitely gets harder from 300 to 400, and after 400, it gets crazy. But until then, until we hit that crazy 400 power level, it's important to get there efficiently as a solo player, right? So what I am doing is I have on the seasonal armor. This is really important. You need the armor with the blue stuff in the corner. We got gauntlets here, chest, boots, and class item. The more the merrier. So we get more score every single time we clear this activity by having this. And for whatever crazy reason, I have Bushido gauntlets on, right? I put the Tech Sec ornament on. This also increases the score, like it doubles up on itself. So they incentivize you to use the new armor when farming these activities. So you should use the new armor. And then you should also add the ornaments on. This will give you not only an increase to score when you do these, but will also increase your damage resistance. So you can see right there, I have 7.2% damage resistance. I'm using like tier 1 and tier 2 armor, and I have the effects of essentially wearing like tier 4 armor. So that's really good, really powerful stuff. Definitely make sure you have on the new armor when you're farming stuff and put on the ornaments as well. Now, a good build is always helpful. You know, using some of the newer weapons is always good. Much of the new stuff as you can possibly slap on is great. Now, just pick the mission that you like, and you'll notice that like my power level is 262, and the combatant power is actually 260. So I'm actually over leveled above the activity, but I'm still getting A tier rewards. And that's because I've infused my weapons and armor up to about as high as I can possibly level. And then I just have to add on the absolute minimum here. So if I go up to like master difficulty, it's still possible, but you can see now I'm 100 power levels below, which is like shooting immunes. So I want to be on the lowest tier here and just slap on these modifiers to make it a lot easier. So I will go in here. We're going to select locked loadout. We're going to select no HUD. We'll do that for everything. Just to start off. And then as many modifiers as required to hit that A tier bonus threshold. Okay. Once I have that all selected, then you can pick whichever mission you like. It doesn't really matter too much. Some of them are harder and easier than others. So for this example, I'll just use Caldera here, which is one of the newer missions, but the moon mission is great. They're all pretty short. Some of them you might find to be a little more efficient than others. We're going to go with Caldera for this example, and we'll just show how fast we can get through this and get to our tiered rewards as quickly as possible. So all I'm going to do is just load in and just blow through the mission as fast as possible, skipping past as many ads as I possibly can. So I won't be blown past that, but other than that, so I have thin combatant forces, so I have ability takedowns complete. That's pretty easy for me because I got the helmet on, and we're just doing infinite melees. So I pulled the Vex version of this one. I purposely have a hand cannon on just because it's arms weak, and the hand cannon kills are really important to progressing that arms weak and getting the stuff from Ada. Trying to get the god roll of that new hand cannon, of course. Good. Got all this unlocked. Alright, we're gonna sprint all the way over here. Haven't played since Lightfall. Anything new or worth coming back to? If you haven't played since Lightfall, that means you missed the entirety of Final Shape, and that's a lot of good stuff in there. We had a good time with that, so I would definitely recommend coming back, and you probably have some fun, I imagine. Alright, we blow up those boxes. Now we can go to the next one. Nice and easy. Really, I don't have to clear any of these ads other than just the ability takedowns. Go into a little matter spark here. Hit the boost. Hop out of this. Hit a melee here. Shoot the box here. Shoot these. Oh, wasted my melee. I cry. Alright, I think I completed that objective, which is good. I just run this way. Go into my matter spark and experience a seizure as I go through these tight tunnels. How's Crucible right now? Crucible is one of the experiences of all time right now. It's not too bad from what I've experienced. I've been mostly playing in PvE though, leveling up and such though. Let's get some ability kills here. Nice and easy. Now I've beaten my objective there, so now all I have to do is just focus on boss damage. Which, if you don't know, the new Mint Retrograde Pulse Rifle is very good. But once you're actually like at level for the activity, it's a lot easier to just kind of melt through everything. Notice how like nothing is even like really threatening me or like killing me. Basically everything is just free. Boss is quickly going into his immunity phase. And we just have to shoot a couple little nodes down here. Boom. So much easier when you're at level. So if you're doing these missions and you're like really under leveled, I think that's the key to like infuse your materials up, put on the proper armor, so that way it's like just easier for yourself. Like it's one thing to suffer having to level up, it's another thing to induce yourself with more suffering than necessary. Like this is free, right? Like if you're out here doing this mission and you're shooting this boss for a long time, you're doing it wrong. I was out here suffering as well, which is why I wanted to bring you this PSA, because I was making it harder on myself. I was basically making the power grind 3 times harder than it needed to be. And I thought to myself, I should make a video explaining to people how to make it easier. Save you some time. I walked so that you could run. Good. And it's done just like that. Okay. Just like that, I collect my loot. I get the A tier rewards. I get the most powerful loot that I can get. And I can level up very quickly and very fast to level 300. And it'll slow down after 300, like mentioned before. And then it'll slow down a lot after 400. But it's definitely, that's the strat. That's the solo strat. And again, you can pick the other solo missions if you really want. This one tends to be one of the fastest ones, though. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And if you have any other ideas or recommendations to optimize this farm even more, please feel free to sound off, because I'm always interested in improving my methodologies and my understanding of how to fast farm the levels in Destiny 2, so that way we can get to that good tier as quickly as possible. So I'm always open-minded about it, and that's a wrap. Make sure to subscribe, smash the like button. We'll see you in the next one. Later.